Hey guys, this is Brian from Nintendo Game Point Plus, and in a few short days you'll be able to purchase the Nintendo Switch Lite. This is a smaller, cheaper model of the normal Nintendo Switch, and I know there are some of you out there who probably have no idea what the heck I'm even talking about. But that's okay, because you clicked on the video, and today I'm going to be telling you 10 things you probably want to know about the Nintendo Switch Lite, and hopefully this will help you make your purchase. The Nintendo Switch Lite is, for the most part, a simple, refined version of the Nintendo Switch. It has most of the features from the base model and can play most of, if not all, of the same games. Really, the only big difference is that it's smaller, more compact, and most specifically, does not connect to a television. The Nintendo Switch Lite upon launch will come in 3 different colors: yellow, turquoise, and gray. These are the colors that will be available at launch on September 20th. However, there will be one other color variant coming out November 8th, close to the launch of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. This is a special Pokemon color variant which is white with red and blue buttons. However, even though it's labeled as a Pokemon system, it does not actually come with the game, so just be warned if you're waiting for that color variant. The Nintendo Switch Lite retails at $199.99. In layman's terms, it's going to retail for about $200. Now, this is actually $100 cheaper than the base Switch model, but keep in mind the normal Switch model connects to a TV and this one doesn't. So, really, one's cheaper, comes with a little less features, one's a little more expensive, but it does more. Overall, it's up to you on which one you feel has more value. The Nintendo Switch Lite cannot in any way, shape, or form connect to a TV. The Switch Lite actually lacks a TV connection entirely, so really that plug on the bottom is only meant for charging. This is meant to be a dedicated handheld, so sorry, you can't stuff it in a dock, you can't use one of those S-Fan third-party docks. Do they even sell those anymore? But overall, do not try to plug it into a TV, it will not work. This is a handheld system. The Nintendo Switch Lite actually features a standard D-pad rather than the Joy-Con's directional buttons. This is because on the base model Switch, the Joy-Cons were meant to be smaller controllers so that way if you were playing a multiplayer game, you could pass one to a friend and they would have a similar button layout comparative to, like a standard controller. However, because the Nintendo Switch Lite is meant to be a single-player system, you don't really need that, so that's why they went back to the Plus control pad. The only features that the Nintendo Switch Lite doesn't have compared to the base model Nintendo Switch are the IR Motion, Kickstand, and the HD Rumble. The IR Motion and HD Rumble were featured in the Joy-Cons, not the Nintendo Switch system itself. So because of that, the Nintendo Switch Lite doesn't have these because it doesn't have Joy-Con. The Kickstand was made for tabletop mode on the base model, and because the Nintendo Switch Lite is made to be a handheld system, it doesn't necessarily need a kickstand. Despite the Nintendo Switch Lite being a dedicated handheld system, the Nintendo Switch Lite is still compatible with the previous Joy-Cons and Pro Controller from the base model Nintendo Switch. This is because some games, such as 1-2 Switch and Super Mario Party, aren't really built to be played in handheld mode. So please keep this in mind when you want to purchase those games for your Nintendo Switch Lite. The Nintendo Switch Lite will be able to play pretty much all Nintendo Switch games. The only limitation is that some games will require extra Joy-Cons. However, at the moment, I can only think of 6 games in particular. The games themselves are 1-2 Switch, Super Mario Party, pretty much any Just Dance game, and yes, I just lumped that all into one game, the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit, the Nintendo Labo Robot Kit, and the Nintendo Labo Vehicle Kit. Aside from that though, all games that were previously released on Nintendo Switch can be played on Nintendo Switch Lite, no problems. The Nintendo Labo VR Kit is technically the only game you can't play on Nintendo Switch Lite. And the only real reason for that is the essential part of that kit, the VR goggles, are not built for the Nintendo Switch Lite. They're built for the base model Nintendo Switch, so you can't really use it. Now, you can play some of those games on Nintendo Switch Lite. Like, you could just not use the VR goggles and play the little mini games on it. In addition, there are VR sections of games like in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Smash Brothers. You can still play those without necessarily having the VR goggles, but in terms of that game specifically, the VR kit, technically, given how the VR kit is made and how you need to use the system, you can't really play it on Nintendo Switch and get the full experience. So I'm gonna count that as technically that's the only game you can't play on Nintendo Switch. Or at the very least, it's gonna be the one that has the biggest hassle to play. And finally, if you're looking for a brand new game to play along with your new system, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake comes out the same day as Nintendo Switch Lite on 9/20/2019. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake is, well, a remake of the original Game Boy title from 1993, this time featuring a brand new art style, some new gameplay elements, and also a chamber dungeon mode, which actually you make your own Zelda dungeons. And those are the 10 things you should know about Nintendo Switch Lite. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys have learned a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch Lite. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you watched and enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, remember to hit that subscribe button and also hit that little bell icon just so that way you're notified. And if you want to see more fun Nintendo content from me, or just want to see more wacky drawings and visuals, go to ntgamepoint.weebly.com. That's my website where I just make even more fun Nintendo content for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good night. See ya!